Hello family, Mohan here. Welcome back to our program, In the Journey, designed for entrepreneurs, visionaries, dreamers, traders, creatives, and leaders to heal, align, rise, and deliver. Today, we are diving into a powerful lesson many people misunderstand. Your losses are not punishment, they are feedback, because sometimes life is not attacking you. It is trying to show you something. And until you understand the lesson behind your losses, the same cycles will keep repeating. Most people take losses personally. When you lose money in a trade, when a business deal fails, or when a relationship ends, you immediately think the universe is punishing you. You spiral into victimhood, asking, "Why is this happening to me?" You think it's a sign to quit, but in reality, a loss is simply high-speed data transmission. But what if the loss was never the real problem? What if the loss was simply exposing your impatience, your emotional instability, your lack of preparation, your weak discipline, or the identity you are still operating from? Because life has a language, and one of the ways it speaks is through feedback. We are exploring this through the entrepreneur journey, specifically in the aligning phase. Because alignment is the stage where your patterns become visible, your blind spots become exposed, and your losses stop being emotional and start becoming instructional. This is the phase where you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" Every trader knows this feeling. You enter a trade confidently, then suddenly the market moves against you. Your heart starts racing. You begin moving stop losses, revenge trading, over-leveraging, forcing entries, chasing losses emotionally, and after blowing the account, you sit there silently staring at the screen, not because of the money alone, but because the loss exposed something deeper. Your emotional state, your discipline, your relationship with pressure, your need to always be right. And many traders never grow, because instead of studying themselves after the loss, they only study the market. Losses are feedback systems. A failed trade can reveal impatience, greed, lack of emotional control. A failed business can reveal weak systems, poor positioning, inconsistent discipline. A failed relationship can reveal emotional wounds, lack of communication, unresolved identity issues. The loss itself is not always the enemy. Sometimes the loss is the mirror, because pain becomes suffering when feedback is ignored. Life repeats lessons until awareness appears. One day during my 2 years of prayer journey, I told my friend, "God will only get you out of a situation once you learn from it and outgrow it." That is why many people keep experiencing the same toxic cycles, the same financial problems, the same emotional patterns, the same business mistakes, just in different forms. Because if awareness does not evolve, patterns repeat. Your losses are often trying to interrupt unconscious behavior, not destroy you. I realized this deeply during my own journey, especially in trading and entrepreneurship. There were moments I thought, maybe I'm failing. But later I realized life was exposing things I needed to fix internally. Trading exposed my impatience, my deeper inner pain, emotional decision-making, attachment, generational fear. Business exposed inconsistency, fear of visibility, weak structure, survival mindset. And when I stopped reacting emotionally to losses, I started learning from them. That is when growth truly began. In the entrepreneur journey, this connects deeply to brand and frequency. Your brand is the visible result people experience, but your frequency is the internal state creating those results. Your emotional patterns, standards, discipline, focus, self-awareness, and energy. Most people try to change results externally, without changing the internal frequency producing them. But losses expose frequency. If your frequency is impulsive, fearful, desperate, undisciplined, your results will eventually reflect it. That is why losses become powerful. They reveal the signal you are operating from. In trading, do not just journal the trade, journal your emotional state. Because the real problem is often not the setup, it is the person executing it. In business, when something fails, don't only ask, what went wrong externally? Ask, what system, mindset, or behavior allowed this outcome? In decision-making, emotional reactions block awareness. Silence and reflection reveal feedback. In discipline, every repeated mistake exposes an undisciplined pattern. Study it. In healing, some pain exists because awareness has not yet matured. Most people run from feedback. They distract themselves by blaming people, blaming the economy, blaming luck, blaming timing. Because accountability is uncomfortable, but aligned people behave differently. They observe patterns, study losses, reflect honestly, and adjust consciously. They understand something powerful. Every loss carries information, and awareness transforms pain into wisdom. Let me ask you something. What if your biggest losses were actually trying to redirect you? And what patterns keep repeating in your life that you still refuse to learn from? Because sometimes the pain is not punishment. It is correction. Stop reacting emotionally to every setback. Start studying your life with awareness. The next time something collapses, don't immediately ask, why me? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because growth begins the moment. Ego stops defending, and awareness starts listening. Thank you for watching to the end. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the channel and continue walking in the journey with us. And in the comments, let me know, what is one loss in your life that later became a lesson? Remember, remembering awakens you, aligning restructures you, embodying transforms you, delivering impacts the world. Welcome to the journey.